Hey everyone, Lewis aka Spider-Man 1991 here with another graphic novel review, where today I'm going to be talking about the fifth volume in Green Arrow by Mike Grell. Now, the volume opens up with a short story arc where Oliver goes to Alaska to hunt down a captain who is responsible for causing a major oil spill. And apparently this story arc was based on an actual oil spill event. The next story arc, Oliver goes after a major drug operation in Seattle. However, while he goes after them, he gets captured, and while he's missing, it's up to Dinah Lance, who decides to don an outfit similar to her Black Canary costume to find Oliver's location. And when she does, she manages to kick a whole lot of ass and save Oliver just as he's being tortured. And finally, in the last major story, and for the last story in the volume, after helping recurring character Eddie Fries plant a supposed tracker on a shipment of drugs for the DEA, the next day the FBI busts into his house and arrests Oliver for treason, for terrorism and sabotage. Now he's a fugitive. Oliver tries to hunt down the people who framed him, and since the FBI have been watching his house and they've been keeping an eye on Dinah, in order to find someone to help Oliver, Dinah calls in the only person that she could probably trust in this situation: Shadow. Alright, the first story, the oil spill story, it was pretty good, but ultimately I just didn't really care about that story that much. It was just brief. It is interesting that they did base it on real oil spill, but ultimately I was just like, it was pretty forgettable right when you get into the next two stories. Now, the second story arc that I mentioned, known as The Canary is a Bird of Prey storyline, I felt that this was a great sort of sequel to Longbow Hunters in a way, because it's kind of the reverse situation of Longbow Hunters. Longbow Hunters, in it, Black Canary is basically captured and tortured by a serial killer, and Oliver's the one who's forced to rescue her, and he ends up killing the guy. And in this case, the same thing happened, and in this case, the roles are reversed now, where Canary is the one who saves Oliver from being tortured. So I thought that was a great little kind of throwback to that, and also the epilogue to The Canary is a Bird of Prey story arc. In it does focus a bit more on Oliver and Dinah's relationship. And if you read Longbow Hunters, you know that Dinah told Oliver that she doesn't want to have children with him because she's afraid that in their line of work they're just going to make orphans. So, but at the end of the Canary's a Bird of Prey storyline, Dinah kind of realized that she was afraid of losing Oliver and that she would have nothing left of him, so she wants to carry his child. Unfortunately, we find out later that fate had other plans for them. And finally, the last story arc, known as Black Arrow, which is also the title of this collection. That was another fun, interesting read, as we did get to see more of Oliver's dark side, especially like how far he's willing to go to clear his name, even if he's acting as bad as people say he is. Now, honestly, I like Mike Grell's Green Arrow run. I mean, I've started with Longbow Hunters, and DC is starting to reprint the rest of the series that when he worked on the Green Arrow ongoing title. I thought that was great. I mean, the previous 4 volumes, I've loved them all, and this one is definitely a nice addition. To everyone else out there, I recommend this if you are a fan of Arrow, particularly if Season 1 is your favorite season of Arrow. I mean, back when it was just focused on Oliver Queen, there was no metahumans, no extended universe, it was just him. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like Mike Grell's run, is that he's created a very well-grounded Green Arrow series. I mean, it's not really a superhero book, much more about street vigilante in a way, and that style does work for Green Arrow. And ultimately, I think if the first season of Arrow is still your favorite, then you should definitely check out Mike Grell's Green Arrow run, but start with Longbow Hunters. That's where you need to start, then just keep getting the rest of the trades or buy them digitally on Comixology. Okay, so that's it for me. Thank you again for watching. Well, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel or share it. Check out my other videos where I do talk about some other Green Arrow storylines and other comics in general. So check the rest of my reviews out. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying see you later.